Today we're going to be doing a 2-round Superflex rookie mock draft. I've been doing a lot of rookie mock drafts lately. This will be my second one this week. I have more rookie draft content coming up. If that's something you're into, please hit that subscribe button right now. You don't want to mess out because I'm going to be helping you get ready for your rookie drafts, getting you ready for draft season, and everything else. This draft was sent to me by another subscriber. I get a lot of these sent to me because I did a lot of rookie drafts last season on the channel, and at the end of the year, a lot of people were sending me drafts. Now I'm starting to get them, and I'm going to post it up when I get time to do it. Let's get started in this draft. It's 2 rounds, Superflex, so let's get it started. First player off the board, and you already guessed it's Bijan Robinson. Generational prospect, the 101 in all formats. Size, speed, burst, wiggle, human highlight reel. We've been watching him for the last few years. We've been waiting for this moment to draft him. He is going to be the 101 etched in stone. So let's just move over to 102. Let's see who's available here, and it's going to be Bryce Young, quarterback from Alabama, and he might be the first player drafted, and if so, then 102 in Superflex is probably going to be his marker in ADP. He's accurate, good pocket presence, and can sling the ball downfield, has a good track record. You can kind of see where the draft capital is going with him. At the 103, the next player we're going to be looking at is CJ Stroud from Ohio State, and everybody's been looking to draft him in the first round Superflex for a while now. He's got a big arm, he can sling it downfield, he's made some big plays, and landing spot is going to really matter with him when it comes to overall Dynasty value. Things get a little different here at the 104 compared to the previous drafts, but here they selected Jordan Addison, wide receiver from USC. He's been productive throughout his career. He broke out as a freshman at Pitt, then had an amazing sophomore season before transferring to USC, and he was still productive there as well. So technically he broke out with 2 different collegiate programs, runs good routes, has good hands, and creates separation. Should be a first-round prospect in the real NFL draft. We are seeing another trendy running back here at the 105, and that's Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama. He can catch the ball in the backfield, has been solid throughout his career, was productive at Georgia Tech, transitioned well here at Alabama, has burst, has wiggle, and has a solid dead leg, and can be elusive in the open field. To the 106, we have a wide receiver who is a big name, who could be a big splash play in Dynasty, and that's Quentin Johnston from TCU. Size adjusted athleticism for days, can get downfield, big body wide receiver, has good ball skills, and should be drafted in the first round, so should have that draft capital that everybody loves. Moving to the 107, and it's another wide receiver that Dynasty gamers have been chomping off the bit to get, and that's Jackson Smith-Njigba from Ohio State. The 2022 season's dead due to injury. We all know that, but in 2021, he blew up, was the top receiver at Ohio State this year, and as you know, Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson's doing good things in the NFL. Solid hands, good route runner. Let's see where he goes in the draft. Going to the 108, and we're going back to the quarterback spot because that's what you do in Superflex, and here they selected Will Levis from Kentucky. Big arm, has lots of upside. Landing spot really matters with him, and where he's projected to go in the draft, he could land in a good spot with some weapons around him. We still got to wait and see, though. It's Superflex, so he's going to get that Superflex value. Sticking with that Superflex value, at the 109, we're going to be looking at Anthony Richardson from Florida. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen. Konami code mobility, can get you that rushing production, has a big arm, can make big plays, and since he'll go a little bit later in the first round, there's a chance that he could be getting some good weapons with him as well with his new NFL team. We're going back to the running back position here at the 110, and we're going to be looking at Zach Evans, running back from Ole Miss, formerly from TCU. This guy's got size-adjusted athleticism for days. Banger back with speed. He can catch the ball in the backfield. Can do it all. Production wasn't really there throughout his career, but he's been in some weird situations. Let's see his draft capital here, but he could be a David Johnson type prospect if everything hits. At the 111, we're going with our first tight end off the board, and you already know it. It's Michael Mayer from Notre Dame, productive throughout his collegiate career. Safe prospect because you know he's going to get good draft capital. You know he's going to be an opportunity to succeed. So let's see what the landing spot's going to be like. And we're going to finish off the first round here with Kendre Miller at the 112. Running back from TCU. Size-adjusted athleticism. Lots of burst. dangerous in the open field, and he could be a tremendous value in Dynasty and in the real NFL draft. Going over this first round, the top part was pretty standard with Bijan Robinson as the 101. 2 quarterbacks, we see that a lot. Jordan Addison at 104 was something different, but a lot of people have him as the wide receiver 1, 2, or 3, so that's not a super surprise. Usually Jahmyr Gibbs is there, but Gibbs is at 105, so it's pretty standard. And then usually you have the wide receivers after them, which we do here. Quentin Johnston, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and then the quarterbacks, Superflex, they're going to catch a premium. And then after that, we got some more running backs. Michael Mayer has snuck in the first round of every mock draft that I have seen so far, or at least put up on this channel. Not all of them has them, but all the ones that I've had on the channel that has been sent to me has Michael Mayer, either at like 110, 111, or like 112 range. He sneaks up in there in that range. That's kind of where his ADP is lying at right now. But let's move into the second round. Let's see what we got here. So in round 2, first player off the board at the 201, Sean Tucker, running back from Syracuse, should not be falling this far. He's a very productive back. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, has speed to burn, and can catch the ball in the backfield. I think he should be valued more as a top-tier back in this class, or top-tier back in any class, because he has solid production and can catch the ball in the backfield and has speed. Going to look good at the combine. Going to look good as a production profile. There's nothing bad I can really say about him. Moving on to the second pick, we're going at wide receiver. One of my favorite wide receivers in this draft at the 202 is Josh Downs from North Carolina. Dependable, good route runner, good hands, productive throughout his career. That's what you want to see out of a wide receiver. At 203, another running back, Blake Corum from Michigan. He had a huge 2022 season. Huge 22 season. He's a workout warrior, has only gotten better throughout his collegiate career, runs with a lot of power, a very cerebral player. He plays smart, has a knee issue right now, could impact his draft capital, could impact his rookie season as well, so you want to keep an eye on that. But we're going to move on to the 204. We got another wide receiver. This guy increases value a lot this season. That's Jalen Hyatt from Tennessee. Could be a first-round pick in this year's draft. Seen that in a lot of mocks. Has speed to get downfield. Can make plays downfield. And can really take over a game. I can see him being an air yards guy in the future. At 205, we got a surprise pick. But this guy's been trending up at the latter part of the college season. That's Rashee Rice from SMU. A G5 wide receiver who's big bodied. Has a big frame. Huge 2022 season this year. Very productive. 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. And he's only trending up with draft value right now. Let's move on to the 206 pick here. And we're going back to running back. One of my favorites here is Tank Bigsby from Auburn. I feel like he's going to be a value for the NFL and maybe even in Dynasty. Big, powerful, bruising back. 3-down back with a lot of burst, wiggle, and he's got a little bit of speed to him as well. I look for him to hold some value in Dynasty early in his career. At the 207, we have another running back to look at, and that's Zach Charbonnet from UCLA. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons to finish off his collegiate career, and then also started off strong his freshman season with double-digit touchdowns for Michigan. Played well for 2 different collegiate programs. He has size, he's got power, and catch the ball in the backfield, and should be a good value in both rookie drafts and the NFL draft. Moving to the 208 here, we're looking at a wide receiver. I love the value here for him, and that's Zay Flowers from Boston College. A very skilled, cerebral player here. Good hands, can create separation, very dependable. From a market share standpoint, he has been productive throughout his career, and I like him, especially at the 208 value here. Moving down to 209, a trendy wide receiver throughout his career is Marvin Mims, Oklahoma. Can create separation, has been a valued Devy prospect throughout his career. He's held some type of value in Devy these last few years. We've seen him make big plays. We've seen him make big catches. We've seen him make big plays in big moments. He has been dependable off and on throughout his career. Let's see where this guy gets drafted at. At 210, we have a very interesting prospect here, and that's Hendon Hooker, quarterback from Tennessee. ACL injury is really killing it right now for him, but he was blazing hot throughout the season. Led Tennessee with that win over Alabama, made some big plays. He's been very efficient over the last 2 years. Some people are saying he might be a system quarterback. Some people are saying this and that about him. But this ACL injury creates a trick bag for guessing his draft capital. That's something you want to wait and see. Right now, in mock drafts, He's going everywhere from the first round to the second round due to that super flex value. At 211, I love this pick. And that's Devin Achane, running back from Texas A&M. This guy's got speed. He's a smaller back, but he's very explosive, and I feel like there's definitely going to be a role for him at the NFL, and I don't see how there couldn't be. He's going to be fantasy relevant sometime during his career. To cap off the second round, another running back at 212, Kenny McIntosh from Georgia. And the thing about him is a bigger back, explosive, good athleticism, can catch the ball in the backfield, can really be the diamond in the rough in this draft class, and in the right spot, in the right moment, with the right opportunity with his NFL team, you could see him explode because he has that type of athleticism and really could take over if everything goes his way. But that's the second round. Let's recap the second round real quick. So it was very interesting here in the start of it. Sean Tucker should not be falling to the second round at all. He should be a mid-round pick in the first round, if not going in the later part of the first round, because he's such a valuable running back prospect. Josh Downs, always in the early part of the second round. We might see him sneak in the later first round, depending on his draft capital, depending where he goes in drafts. Blake Corum is just a question mark right now due to that knee injury, but I loved his production. I loved his work ethic. A lot of good things about him. Jalen Hyatt, first-round wide receiver. Again, a first-round wide receiver in the middle of the second round is always a good price tag to pay. I always like that. Tank Bigsby, Zach Charbonnet, mega values there in the last part of the second round. And then you finish this off with Devin Achane and Kenny McIntosh. Those are good running backs as well. Hendon Hooker's a wild card depending on where he goes in the draft, depending on the ACL. And then also you got Zay Flowers. I like Zay Flowers a lot as a sneaky wide receiver prospect. Don't forget about Marvin Mims, but I really want to see the draft capital and where he lands at because I have some questions with him. But focusing on Zay Flowers here, I think he's a very skilled wide receiver. I think some people are starting to talk him up during the draft process, and I think he could be a value. I'm not saying he's going to be a top-tier guy or anything like that, but when you're just looking at average dollar cost for a player, 208 later than that or something, that's a good price tag when you're looking at this wide receiver class as a whole. But from the grand scheme of things, looking at the first two rounds of this draft, running back. That is what I want to focus on. And honestly, that first round, outside of like Bijan Robinson, the first round is kind of overrated when you look at the quarterback position. And then the wide receivers is a trick bag as well. And even if some of these wide receivers hit, we have so many good wide receivers in the league that you can really easily patch up the position. So for me, when I look at the running back landscape as a whole, I really want to just stack up on the running backs. Even if I miss on a few, oh well. I know the landscape at running back in the NFL is transitioning, it's resetting, and some of these young guys are just going to be thrusted into a role where they can be productive, where they can get opportunity, and that's what I want. I want the opportunity to really stack up at that running back position with a young player who could get that opportunity. We have some backs here that are looking like they could get some draft capital. Either it's round 1, 2, or 3. And then also in this draft, we're going to have some sneaky late round guys as well. More sneaky late round guys in this draft than last year's draft. More of everything when it comes to running backs in this draft compared to last year's draft. This draft smokes last year's draft damn near with everything. So with the running back position, you want to pound that out. Quarterbacks, I'm questionable with, but also the Superflex value makes things a little bit tricky. If you're looking at them as assets and you have a league that trades well, then you may want to value that a little bit more. But honestly, trading back and getting picks is good too because this second round seems to be very, very, very valuable as well. And these running backs are going to hit and are going to go off like fireworks. I say that about the wide receivers every year, but now that we have a running back class like this, you're going to see something similar. Like these running backs are going to go off different times during their career because this is such a talented group. When you look at the macro of the class, lean into the strength of it. That's where you're going to find your most luck. And this year is the running backs. Last year was the wide receivers. And just lean in to where the class is strong at. You're going to have your misses. You're just going to have that every year. But if you just lean into the strength, it's going to hit more than you think. That's just what I've seen from over the years, and it's been working pretty steady over the years from the last decade or so. So that's just one tip I have for rookie drafts for now and going forward forever because that just seems like something that just works for me. But let me know in the comments below who you're looking to draft this year in your Dynasty rookie drafts. I know it's early, but we have to get this started. This is a huge class, a lot of players, and we have to dig in so you guys are ready for this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I'm only going to help you going forward with these drafts, Devy, Dynasty, and everything else. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.